You guys have really been hitting me up with a lot of questions. A lot of them been multiple. It's bright and early in the morning, so it's almost my bedtime. I will answer as many as I can. The question I'm getting the most. Let me see here. Any man with 2 hands, 2 feet, and a brain supposedly has a chance. I feel that Robert Guerrero is a much better opponent for Floyd than Canelo. A lot of people are banking it on the fact that Canelo is younger and stronger and faster than Guerrero, so maybe that his style would prevail, but you gotta remember he's not somebody that comes forward physically. He boxes and he waits for spots, and then he's wide with his punches. He leaves a lot of openings, so he would have to tighten that up to be, I think, at least in the conversation. But who knows? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's Canelo's style is the one that everybody think it is. Or maybe he's just gonna get smoked. So that's all I got to say about that. Amir Khan is just that. Amir Khan is just, it's not personal against Amir Khan. And it's not personal with any of these fighters. It's just that Amir Khan does not possess the keys and the tools that it takes to advance. He's advanced a lot in his boxing career based on matchups and conditions and situations. He would have been exposed a long time ago had he fought a guy like Devin Alexander. He'd been exposed a long time ago had he been in the proper fights where the conditions were equal. So now we're getting this product that you're seeing in front of you today, and he's been brought along and put to this pedestal where he believes he's an elite fighter. Remember, this is a guy that's still talking about he's cleaning up the 140-pound division. Has he ever done that yet? No. I'm not riding Andre Ward like anything. Everybody's like, why are you riding Ward so hard? I'm not riding him at all. I'm telling the truth about Andre Ward. I'm holding him to the standards that you, the fans, have set for Andre Ward. You said these are the reasons Andre Ward is pound for pound. And you listed these reasons, and then you tried to say Floyd is not these reasons, so he's not pound for pound, but this is why we say Ward is. Well, by your standards, Andre Ward should be jumping up to fight Stevenson. He should be fighting these fights because this is what he do. Fights the best fighters they got out there. He should be fighting Kovalov. He should be fighting Rodriguez. He should be fighting all these guys. By him calling out Chavez Jr., that kind of goes against what you guys say Andre Ward is all about. And I'm calling him out on it. And then here you guys try to make an excuse for it. Has been quite entertaining, I must say. Because you're not only being hypocrites, you're not even knowing where the hell you're going at the end of the story when defending Andre Ward. So, congratulations being on that boat. Seeing that sells too. And we move on. I just got sent this. I do not watch World Star Hip Hop media, what they call it, media takeout. I see TMZ sometime when I'm flipping the channels. I am not up to tune with these rap dudes or these new rap guys they got out now. I couldn't tell you about 5 of them. I'm still think Soulja Boy's a new rapper or whatever. You know, I'm not caught in the new fad. I'm an old school cat. You know, and to prove that, see what's on me? I still use CDs. I don't have an iPhone. And that's big and deaf on CD. I had it on vinyl. Bought it for $7.99. You know, that's how much records used to cost. You either could get the cassette or the record. And the record was $7.99. So anyway, I don't watch any of that stuff. So no, I did not know Miss Jackson had supposedly cheated on Floyd Mayweather when he was locked up, and now she got caught a month ago. People then sent me nude pictures of her and all kind of craziness within the last 24 hours. And then they was telling me to go check her out, and this whole story about her and this guy and how Floyd just dumped her. And I'm like, look, man, when it comes across, this is how I find out, through the people that search it on social media and hit up them gossip sites. That's how I find that information out, because they definitely bring it to my attention. That list I made with the rate the fighters was almost like a test to see how much people pay attention. As you can see on that list, I said rate these fighters from best to worst. That's your standards. And it says it in the video. By your standards, rate these fighters. So if you think you want to do technically the way you think they should go, then do it. It's just gonna, because all I'm trying to do and what I was trying to prove was to show you, even technically or by skill or by popularity, your list almost comes out to the same as you would for any of those categories. Your brain is going to put the same fighters in the same order. And your order is going to be close to everybody else's. And then you're going to see how much people don't pay attention. I never said anything about pound for pound. I never said these guys were the technical, or I never said these guys were the best. I never said anything about these fighters. It said rate these fighters. And what kind of responses did you get, or did you see? What kind of pound for pound list is this? Where's Rocky Marciano? Where is this guy? It went on and on and on. No one said this was pound for pound. Nobody said this is the best fighters in the world. Nobody said anything except rate these fighters. And it lets you know how much people don't pay attention to details. And they don't pay attention to what's being said. They hear what they want to hear. They saw that list and that group of pictures, and they started thinking this is pound for pound the best list. They put that in their own mind. It was never even mentioned. You see, I'm testing y'all. I'm trying to teach you how to think. Now they're going to go back like, oh man, I get it. No, you don't, because you still going to do the same thing. Over and over. All this was that whole list was a mental test. That's all that list was a mental test to see how you were going to react to it or pay attention to doing it. Most people couldn't even do it. All it did was say list 25 people in an order. And you would not believe how many people couldn't even do it. They just did 5. They just did 10. They were so lazy, but yet all they do is type on the internet all day, but they couldn't list 25 names in an order. It was crazy. It was crazy, but fun. I had fun doing that. Who do I think Mayweather should fight? I don't know. After this, probably fight, if not Pacquiao, definitely fight Victor Ortiz next year, who's now with Al Heyman, in case y'all don't know. I guess they don't want nobody to know, but they'll find out. Man, I don't really see it too much. I see Victor Ortiz, maybe Manny Pacquiao if he gets himself together, which I doubt. It all depends on who's winning and losing. It all depends on other fights to take place and transpire before you can really make that kind of prediction. But definitely see him fighting Victor Ortiz. I hope Devin beats Amir Khan, so I don't even have to have that fight near my whole circumference. I would love to see him fight Tim Bradley, even though we all know the fight can't happen for the obvious reasons.